This is a Chudspot, sometimes referred to as a biospot since biographs tend to use these spots a lot. A Chudspot is mostly defined by a spot that can contest a conquer point, but due to its location and high advantage, it can be exploited as a way to have dives recover shield or ranged characters having a safe sightline while contesting points. This definition can be a bit loose based on examples, but let me give an example. The SFT statue could be considered a Chudspot by this definition, but it actually isn't. All characters can reach reliably without abilities. It's a fairly easy to know spot to be played against reliably by almost every fighter, and it's just generally not a great spot to be in. Again, context matters and criteria aren't concrete, but a spot like this isn't necessarily bad and feels intentional. But the Chud spots I will go over feel super unintentional, and with stuff like the fighting major coming soon, I feel these spots might need some addressing quickly, as they are often super lame ways of just gaming unintentional design on maps. For some reason, the middle structure at the top can contest point fairly easily, and the random sidewall facing the point can also contest. For the sidewall, almost every fighter with a vertical mobility tool can reach it and usually camp the corner without any repercussions. In fact, some characters like Rocket can just abuse it as it offers a good sightline to shoot from, and the enemy needs to be super aware to see him. The middle wall is a lot less accessible as mainly characters with high mobility like Rocket and Shuriken can reach it. However, this spot is super hard to spot as it is so wildly high up and very hard to notice when playing a game. These spots are just super cheesy knowledge checks and nothing about them feels fun to fight, as a knowledge check like this on a stagger map, it just feels awful to do so. Just look at this spot. It is by far the least committal Chud spot on this entire list, and the fact to contest point is completely accidental because you're on the edge of the point. The fact that it's super easy to do and allows you to not interact with the chaotic point fight up front makes this spot just such a boring yet easy Chud spot that isn't fun and feels really stupid to have in general. The upper half of Teapot's second point, for some reason, contests the conquer point. This makes interacting with the actual point below trivial and boring, as some characters could just sit here to regen shield while contesting, and it's super easy to access via the trampoline in the middle. You could also contest by standing on the plates too, which feels really dumb in general because only Rocket can really do something about it, but he can only do chip damage from under. This spot is just super uncommittal. I like that it can be used to jump unsuspecting opponents, but it shouldn't be used to contest the conquer point as well. By going on the rim, you can contest point and regen shield. That is it. This spot completely benefits dives a lot, as the wall at the rim makes hitting enemies super difficult without splash damage or moves that deny line of sight. And even then, you can't even knock them off reliably because of it. Now, I do think having a Crusher Rim as a flank route is actually fine. It's a creative shield regen spot and can be used to build flanks and jump a backline from the map. But my main issue isn't that, it's that it contests point in a super boring and non-committal way, adding on with shield regen. It's too safe, and contesting point like this is genuinely unfair and not really intentional at all. They are asymmetrical and they overlap point for zero reason, which gives a huge sightline in exchange. I don't think I need to say why this is dumb. So all of these spots, in my honest opinion, suck. But the main reason why they suck is mostly due to one reason. They all contest the conquer point. I don't care if ranged characters have a way to abuse high ground in a very annoying way, but their non-committal nature along with basically contesting point by realistically doing nothing but standing still from a vantage point is super unfun and forces people to run certain characters, so these spots cannot be done consistently. I think all of these spots can be fine as shield regen spots and such, and some like the Bread Factory Crusher Rim are good flank spots. This can award skill expression and game knowledge in that way. But to the extent it can contest point by practically doing nothing, it's just unfun game design that punishes people for not looking out for spots that are a byproduct of map mistakes and not because of the conquer game mode itself. I know this video is super short and that is more so on purpose because I want to get my main point across very quickly. I think there should be a way to keep some of these points accessible except for the middle of skate park, because that spot is just ridiculously high up while not being able to contest points. You could do this like reducing point height on Teapot's second point and Bread Factory, and maybe blocking off parts like on Bugyo Skate Park, while something like Bandland just needs shifting around of objects, or Iron Cafe needing a slight shrink on the catwalk edges. Overall, these spots reward game knowledge to an unhealthy degree, and it makes range and dives far more able to contest point without committing to actually risk staying on the point, unless you have specific characters that are able to actually stop it. Thank you, and goodbye.